Okay, this video tutorial is to help work on increases and decreases with extended stitches. Specifically in this video, I'm going to use extended knit stitches, but you could do the same principle applies for extended simple stitches, etc. Okay. All right. Here we have some extended knit stitches. And the first thing I'm going to do is increase, okay? Always chain one at the beginning of an extended stitch row. I'm going to insert my hook in the next stitch, drop a loop, and chain one. Okay, there's my first stitch, but I'm going to increase here as well. So I'm simply going to put my finger on that loop to make sure it doesn't get too short. Put my hook right back through that stitch, yarn over, chain one, and now I've made 2 stitches out of 1. Let's do that again. Okay, there's my first stitch. I'm going to anchor it. I'm going to go back in. And there you can see my doubled stitches there. And you could make as many stitches as you wanted. You could put 10 stitches in there if you wanted to and create a really nice shell pattern. Okay, and I'm going to continue doing this across the row until I have 2 stitches in each extended knit stitch with the exception of the first and last stitch of the row. Okay. So insert your hook, draw up a loop, chain one, and that makes your first extended knit stitch. Do it again for increasing. And 1 stitch in my last. Okay, now I have 2 stitches in each of these. My return row will be as normal. Chain 1 through the first, yarn over and pull through 2. There we go. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. And you continue that all the way to the end of your row. And you can see that doubling the stitches had quite an effect on my little swatch. It's now got a little fan out here. All right, now we're going to decrease stitches on the next row. And decreasing is also very simple. The first stitch, of course, we chain one to bring it up to the correct height. Now, depending on the kind of stitch that you're making, in this case we're talking about knit stitches, you're going to conduct the stitch the same way as you would a regular stitch that wasn't extended. So I would knit this stitch going this way, but I'm going to decrease by going under this bar and under this bar and then to the back of the fabric. Yarn over, pull up a loop, chain 1, and now 2 stitches have become 1. Let's do that again. You can see there's the back leg here, the front leg here, the back leg here, and the front leg here of these 2 stitches. I am going to go under the front leg of this one and in between the 2 legs of the next stitch. Grab that yarn, pull it up, chain 1. Okay, and now 2 stitches have become 1. I'm going to anchor it like I did on the decreases, insert my hook under this leg and in between these 2 legs to the back of the fabric, draw up a loop, chain 1. Now if I was doing a simple stitch, extended simple stitch decrease, I would just simply put my hook underneath both of these front legs and then chain 1 and conduct it like that. If I was doing a reverse decrease, I would go from the back and go underneath both back legs, draw up a loop, and chain 1. So your decrease stitch should just be made in the manner that you would make the regular stitch that wasn't extended. Okay, let's decrease these last 2. Okay, and then I'll make 1 stitch in the last stitch. And there are my decreases. This is not the only way to do decreases. This is the way to do decreases on the forward pass. You could also do decreases on the return row by doing this. Chain 1 as you normally would. And then instead of yarning over and pulling through 2, you could yarn over and pull through 3, for example. Or you could yarn over and pull through 4. Or you could yarn over and pull through 3 or pull through 2. And that would be decreasing on the return pass, on the return row. So that's a brief tutorial on increasing and decreasing with extended stitches.